CEO and co-founder of RealSavvy. We're the social way of finding a home. My co-founder Clay, across the room here, he and I worked for 12 plus years on 4 separate startups here in Austin. Most recently I founded Tabbed Out, which you may be familiar with. We raised over $20 million in venture capital through that period of time and watched an industry transform greatly. Home search is not what it used to be. An agent driving around in a car with a printed sheet of listings. It looks more like this, Lily's desk. So Lily loves searching Zillow. She particularly loves this house that she found in West Austin, an actual listing. Her app of choice is Trulia, and she gets super excited about this house, so she rushes out the door with her keys, drives all the way across town, only to be incredibly disappointed when she finds this house is already under contract. Frustrated, she reaches out and contacts her agent, Ashley, who arguably should have been more involved in the process to begin with, and Ashley correctly says, let's use RealSavvy so this doesn't happen again. RealSavvy is the first platform to allow everyone around the home search, one of the most important decisions of all of our lives, one of the biggest assets we'll ever purchase, to collect, share, and collaborate by pinning homes they find across multiple sites, as well as RealSavvy. So we have a direct feed of almost 2 million listings nationally, and in fact, the only non-broker to have direct access to 100% of the data here in Austin where we're piloting. So when Lily comes across a home, this heliotrope home, using our browser extension, we'll tell her it's already under contract. Now, she may be inspired by the yard or the archway or whatever, so she can still pin it, like you might expect from Pinterest, but she can also go to RealSavvy and search our copious numbers of listings, where she can comment. She can also use our mobile app, which we'll be releasing this very week, and add homes to beautiful photo boards, identifying the features that she loves about them that aren't in the MLS, like style, lifestyle, shopping, view, etc. And when she's ready, share it with everyone that needs to know about what she's found. In this case, Bill and Ashley, her agent. So sitting across town, our husband Bill at work gets a notification and sees that Lily has added something to the board that he shared on. He quickly catches up to what's going on, agrees it's the perfect house for them, and messages Ashley through RealSavvy so that she gets a front of phone message asking, hey, can we go look at this on Saturday? Unique to RealSavvy, again, with this connective tissue to the Austin MLS, we arm Ashley, our agent, with immediate access at one touch to everything she needs to know about this listing, so she can confidently reply to Lily and Bill, yep, we're good to go, we'll see you there on Saturday. If she hasn't connected with Lily and Bill in a while, she also has a CRM that summarizes what they've been searching when she wasn't with them. Perfect for our very busy agents like we have here in Austin. The model is to have our agents invite all of their clients for free. They get to connect with them through the social sphere, through attribution. Think 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, so that the 5th person, a friend of Lily, she sees that Lily's connected to Ashley. That power of referral is what is driving our local agents, of which we have about 100 that we're testing with. 25 of whom are some of the top producing agents in Austin, and our most busy agents, helping us prove and validate our market fit. It's an army of people. 2 million agents across the US spend about $8 billion on direct advertising for leads, etc. And as a group, people lending, etc. around the home purchase spend around $23 billion in what amounts to a $23 trillion industry. This is the Savvy team that's helping Clay and I build RealSavvy. Everyone who's an experienced entrepreneur has launched a business of their own and run it. We're very humbled to have such talented folks around us here in Austin. As I mentioned, I recently founded Tabbed Out, an NEA-backed company. Clay and I met 12 years ago at Whole Security, which was sold to Symantec in 2005, an NEA and FINRA-backed company. Our VP of Engineering and co-founder is 9 years with Ruby on Rails, a wonderful front-end developer. And our growth ninja is Alani. We're very much targeting the Pinterest user. And so, and then finally, last but not least, we've just recently added our 5th team member, our iOS developer, Eric. We're RealSavvy. We're the social way to find a home.
Aren't the real estate agents fiercely competitive? Don't they fight so it can connecting them, does that cause problems?
We're more interested in connecting the agents with their clients and potential clients through social graph, etc. So if I invite, let's say, the wife, we get the husband and wife all on a shared board, and then they share RealSavvy by pinning homes, etc., to their Facebook, Pinterest, etc. Friends.
So your model is they have one agent. They don't.
That's correct. Yes. And once they're connected with the agent, another thing that agents love is that when you go to Zillow, all the competitive agents are listed next to the listing, and so it's very threatening. To your point, they don't like their clients to go to these other sites because they have a little bit of a chance of losing them. What we do is we give them a kind of a warm, fuzzy place to send their clients that has all the data, has a beautiful experience, one that is built both for agent and client alike to be, very user-friendly. But they have this rich set of data, real-time data, so that their clients aren't being marketed to by other competitive agents like they would be on the other sites.
So is there trouble getting access to MLS data or not?
I've actually been a real estate agent through the 4 startups since 1998, graduating UT Hookham, helped me sort of pay off some bills. But during that time, of course, I've seen this industry change, but also learned that while 11,000 members get access to a tool to pull up listings and create reports, no one's really invested in agent user experience before. And so the local board here in Austin has sort of given us access to this really rich database to go and build a great product for the members.
So let me just jump in, because I sold my house in Austin a couple of years ago. It's very tragic and sad. And my agent, I don't live here anymore, continues to email me. So if I get sucked into this network, how do I get out of it if I don't want somebody asking me what to do? Like, who controls that relationship?
You certainly could never prevent agents from reaching out, but one thing that's very important for agents that they love is it gives them a reason to reconnect with someone they sold to 3 years ago and not be salesy. Kind of to be the godfather, like the sort of godparent of the home. So if you're pinning kitchens and you're connecting with your agent probably knows a great remodeler in the neighborhood. And so it's that connective tissue around the purchase, even in the middle of a 7-year sales cycle, that has agents very excited to connect.
But you're also connecting with their friends' friends, right?
When the friends come onto RealSavvy, and if they want an agent, so they see how their friends are connected. And so, it's kind of the brother-in-law rule. If you have a brother-in-law as an agent, you kind of feel obligated to use them. You'd rather find out who your friends have used when they've closed similar transactions in a similar neighborhood. And so that's the way it works through attribution.
What about the rental market?
We'll soon approach the rental market from the kind of don't boil the ocean perspective. We're very focused on residential real estate because I think we've identified this pain of, consumers have so much power. They can go and find homes on their own, but unfortunately the data is not predictably great. And so it creates a fairly chaotic environment for your typical buy-side agent, which is why we're focused on that initially. You might get a text a minute from different links. I want to go see this, I want to go see this. So it's that organization around the home search is where we want agents to sort of see the value. And the clients that are involved get the best service from the person that is required to open the door and required to have all the licensure to close the transaction.
And is there something specific about Austin that this works better than any other market, or did you choose here because you're based here? And so what's the plan for it?
Certainly locality is important. There's a few other characteristics though that made this a very good choice for us. So very active market, velocity is key, responsiveness is key. Every agent will tell you that the key to sort of protecting their commission is that they can respond faster than anybody else when it's a lead, and when it's an active client trying to close a big commission, when houses come and go in 24 hours. Having that immediate access, one click away to the exact database that you have to go log into separately online with no mobile experience, by the way, in Austin, makes for a wonderful sort of test bed. So that's the key.
What kind of CRM do real estate agents use now?
They don't really have one. Now, Salesforce has been repurposed, and it's a bit overkill, frankly, for your typical mobile agent. So we tried to build just a very lightweight CRM.
But is that a decision that's made by the place that they work? Like
the broker, many times a bigger broker. So one stat, 70% of broker houses are 6 agents or fewer. They're not intended to be very profitable organizations, sort of by core, right? It's intended to be the commissions rewarded back to the successful agents. But a lot of bigger brokers do recruit great and very talented agents by having backing systems like a CRM. And so those are the ones that work the best.
You have to sell them. are they decision makers to get agents to use this?
No, we want to go very much direct to agent. I think in the case of Truly, et cetera, all those that have proven out large-scale models, direct to agent, everyone's a single decision maker. They're 1099 employees. Brokers are great marketing for us to the agents. We give them something that they can take to their entire agency and say, we're connected with RealSavvy. One thing you don't see here is we send out a home quiz, for instance, on email leads, and we're about to test this with one of the largest brokers here in town. It's that immediacy of connecting agents to potential leads that's got the brokers very excited. But we don't intend to charge brokers directly. They're a better marketing channel for us to get all of their agents and then to get all of those agents' clients using RealSavvy.
Can you speak a little bit to, the sales model and like what you're going to charge, what kind of contracts people got to sign up for, what kind of churn do you expect? Because churn in this market is ridiculously high.
Ridiculous.
I have a company in this space, so I'm very familiar with it.
Got it.
So speak a little bit to that.
Sure, so initially free. Our focus right now is on this SaaS model for agents. So we will start charging around mid-month April. So we're still testing and validating product market fit in Austin. But you can invite all of your clients, past, present, future, forever for free. That's our growth engine. We don't want to cut that off. But when you see the 5th client, you want to kind of think LinkedIn Premium. You want that rich data. You kind of got a little bit addicted to it from what we've offered you for free. Then you hit a paywall, and to continue to get immediate notifications and have all the, the real-time access as well as the rich and most interesting data for your clients, you pay a monthly fee. We haven't set the price yet, but
What's the range?
It'll be around $50 a month.
Okay, so relatively low.
As far as attrition, certainly you're right. It's a high attrition world, which is good for us in trying to build the social aspect of this. It's just more eyeballs that are going to come through the system and invite clients, and that's really our core focus. Longer term, the single unit economics would suggest that leads, but leads that are collected over 18 months of people's pay, really rich data and history of how price ranges went from all over the map. And my wife, for instance, is a good example, the real estate junkie that she is. She pins homes in Hawaii and all over the place, which we're not, but she's doing it for inspiration. But as we get closer to probably an 18-month cycle, her price range is going to narrow. Her zip codes, the school districts, et cetera, we're going to have this wonderful set of data that, for those familiar with the movie, it's sort of the Glengarry's of leads in this space versus a top-of-the-funnel model, which is what Truly and Zillow focus on. So could never possibly compete with them, or at least not near term, from an SEO perspective to get the search eyeballs. But by the trusted agent inviting you in, this is going to help us find your home. And oh, by the way, if you're not even looking for 4 years, just use it, because I'm going to know so much more through your photos and your comments whenever you call me and say it's time. That way they don't have to bother you.
And is it extrapolating that data and keeping a file on you? Like if you're just pinning, so the agent's then getting a case on you?
If you share it with your agent, so think of this, if husband and wife are spending a couple of years collecting homes, they don't have to have their agent even involved. But then one day they say, hey, let's tell Will that we're ready to buy, and choose the boards, curate what you want, and then tell Will the whole story of your home needs and pictures instead of, it kind of needs to look like this.
But it's not generating, it's not pulling metadata and going, here's the picture of what you're looking for. It's, I have a board and then I have to physically look through that as the agent and figure out what that means.
The CRM will summarize the trends,
Okay.
So it'll give a bit of a timeline for what we have and what they've chosen to share, but it's all based on what you choose to share with the agent. We're very, like you should be, sensitive to, sometimes a home search is very private. You certainly don't want anyone you don't want to know about knowing about it, so we make it full control of the consumer. Consumers can come to the site and the mobile app totally for free nationally, but our growth model, specifically what we're testing here in Austin, is that we can create appropriate product market fit for agents to invite all their clients. One thing that's been very interesting for us early on is brokers that do have CRMs are ready to offer up their entire client lists, where we sort of connect their agents and their clients to the tune of tens of thousands. It'll be a great growth opportunity for us, but they're doing it so that they can be that sort of almost live chat-like experience while the consumers are searching for homes in a place that doesn't have competitive agents.
Got 30 seconds left.
Could you give us a few of your milestones this year?
Yes, so we want to reach around 1,000 active agents across 2 markets by the end of the year. That's paying agents, that's our target from a monetary perspective. And we want to prove that in one agent invite can lead to at least 50 consumers that we can, through attribution, trace back to that agent. We think that will really fuel a very aggressive growth model for us, where agents are
our advocates. And with that, we are out of time. Thank you very much.